Oh, boy. What's up, everyone? Apologize for the delay. I was just getting back from the horrible Eagles game. Well, it was horrible and it wasn't horrible, to be honest with you. The game itself was horrible, and I wasn't surprised that they lost, to be honest. They weren't going to do anything this year anyway. Their offense is... The person who calls the plays is terrible. But I didn't expect them to lose today, but... Hey, what are you going to do? Bill, what's up, buddy? But I met a ton of people today. I told you guys I had, so check this out, right? My pre-game sideline passes for the wild card game. Pretty cool, right? So we got to go in and go down on the sidelines. And I met a whole host of people. I shook Tom Brady's hand, said hello to him. Talked to Sirianni, the coach of the Eagles, for a few minutes. Met Frank Gore. Frank Gore was there, which was pretty cool. Saw a bunch of other Eagles, but those were kind of the three main guys that I got to, take a second. And Brady was calling the game, but he was down on the field and came over, and he was, shaking everyone's hand, asking how everyone is. And it was just like, well, what the hell? I'll shake Tom Brady's hand. Why not? Although my wife, she looked like she was going to, I was worried she was going to be like, get away from me. She doesn't like Tom Brady at all. And I was like, no. She didn't, though. She was very gracious. So it was very cool, though, to be down on the field. Something I had never done before. So it was a lot of fun. And then the game was terrible. It was also freezing cold, which is just makes me completely miserable. By the end of the first quarter, I was like, yeah, I've had enough. Because we had already been there 3 hours at that point because of the on-field thing, And I was just like, yeah, I'm frozen into a popsicle here. It was it wasn't really that cold, but the wind was really bad. So with the windshield, it felt like it was 20 degrees out there. So, but, hey, at least I can say I got to go on the field once in my life for a football game, which was cool. And, it's weird where we were standing, a lot of the family was there of the players, which I didn't expect at all. I would have always expected that, the family kind of had their own area, because even after warm-ups were done, before we went up to our seats, they all came over and started, hugging their wives and shit, and they were all standing around us. So it's pretty interesting. But all right. Anyway, welcome, everybody. As always, thank you so much for going to the website. We are doing Heritage High number 318, pick your team. As always, you guys are the best. I truly do appreciate it. And I'm sorry, I would have done it sooner. I didn't think doing it at 2 in the morning last night was going to be good for anybody. And then because I was going to the game today, it kind of delayed things, but I didn't want to leave it for tomorrow. So here we are now. Anyway, as always, thank you so much. Keep heading over to the website. Every little bit helps. We got, I'm going to get some new stuff up there tomorrow. We got to get all the shipping out tomorrow for eBay and the website from this week. So that'll all go out tomorrow. And then hopefully tomorrow night I'll have some time to put up some new stuff. This week, Bowman Draft is coming in. Bowman Draft Hobbies are coming in this week. And Select Baseball is coming in this week. So, we'll do what we can and get up there what we can. Anyway, all right, let's go over the teams. Let's open some cards. You guys don't want to listen to me ramble on and on. All right, D-backs, Doug P. Braves, Robert H. Orioles, Daniel O. Red Sox, Joshua T. Cubs, Ben A. White Sox, Bill R. Reds, Mark C. Guardians, Lou B. Rockies, Robert H. Tigers, Brett T. Royals, Doug P. Astros, Mike F. Angels and Dodgers, Lou B. Brewers, Robert H. Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Lou B. Mets, Brett T. Yankees, Lou B. A's, Robert H. Phillies, Doug P. Pirates, Brett T. Cardinals, Cardinals, Padres, Giants, Robert H. Mariners, Doug P. Rays, Robert H. Rangers, Bill R. Blue Jays, Chris F. And Nationals, Lou B. So there, my friends, we have it. All right. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, man. And let's open some cards. We got Currency also sold out. We're going to do that next after this. The Currency number 319, I think it is. I know a couple of you are in that, so we'll do that next. I did post another one if anyone's interested. I never heard from Doug about the redemption yet. I'm hoping he scratched it. I really am. I would understood if he sold it, but the redemption from the last Currency break we did. No, let's not get on. Don't say that. Please. Please. All right, Rivas, light blue. You know, you asked me last night to get you something. You saw that you got something, right, Chris? Like, as soon as you left. Like you said, make sure you pull me something, and then you left. Giolito blue. Tyler Tolbert and Dustin May. You watched the ending? Yeah. I mean, it was literally like 5 seconds after you said that. I pulled that redemption. I was like, oh my God. Jorbit Vivas and Dylan Carlson blue. Xander. Hey, for those who didn't see last night's, we finally found a nickname variation, which I was convinced that they forgot to put them in, considering we had gone like 4 or 5 cases until we found one. There's supposed to be like one every couple boxes, like every 4 boxes or something like that. Tommy Pham for the Pirates to 200. 26 of 200. Pirates is Brett. Man, I still have that Pokemon box I have to open too, Chris. We got to figure that out. Plus, I haven't done a let's open some of these cards in a few weeks. And I'm all backed up. Mike Vassell and Thairo Estrada. Wait. Brady Basso. Well, I tried to buy, this one is mega, or is, oh, damn, I can't read it. It's turned sideways now. It's like the brother of the other one we got, the Mega Lucario, I think it is, VX. And this one has a little figure in it, too. So it's something else to add to the set in the back. Tried to do it this week. Tommy Edman blue. Well, I figured we hit that other nice card out of the first one. So that one basically will pay for this. We paid for this box, you know, that full art card that we got. Robbie Ray for the Giants on the refractor. Giants is Robert. This one doesn't want to go in the sleeve. Yeah, I had to go to buy a couple boxes from a store the other day. I'm amazed at how cheap people can be. Johnny Bench on the undefeated for the Reds. So I bought like, I don't know, $700 worth of stuff or whatever in a shop where there was not a single human being in there. And the kid was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw in a free pack of sleeves. It's like, wow, man. Thank you so much for that 99-cent gift. Like, at least throw me a pack of top loaders or something, you know? Diaz blue. Moises on the light blue rookie. Moises. Oh, I meant to check too. We have that mixer up too, if you guys haven't seen it yet. Haesung Kim, rookie performers. I know some people bought spots. I didn't even look to see how many are left. But full Topps Chrome update and archives, I think, and Heritage High Number. I think that's what's in it. God, I can't even remember now. Oliva on the platinum. Zach Agnos light blue. You know what I did the other day, Chris? I broke down and I bought a scanner finally so I could scan the cards and signed up for Card Pro so I can start selling all my singles again. Yeah, I'd love to, buddy. Ornelius and Cade Horton on the light blue. It's just getting absurd at this point. So I was actually watching someone do it. I only bought the scanner. It was only like $80. You can literally load like thousands of cards in like no time whatsoever. I was like, well, I need something more to do with my life. Haesung Kim on the Chrome rookie. Freddie Freeman, perfect 10. So usually we're always pretty good about having a few, you know, maybe 100 to 200 singles up on the store, but we need to. Yeah. Honestly, I'll send you the specs on the one I got. It works really well and it's super cheap. It was like $80, something like that, $79. Jace Jung for the Tigers Clubhouse collection. For Brett, it's like a Fujitsu 71 something or other, and you can even do top-loaded cards. Scan them through there. Like you just like take out this. There's like this roller in the front. You take out the roller, and it just like ching 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 ching. Like you can do lots of cards really quick. Javi Baez. Oh, label printers. You want a label printer? I got a label printer. There are like 5 of them. Label printers on top of label printers on top of label printers. You can get a good, decent label printer for like $40 on Amazon. Garrett McDaniels, 69 of 99 for the Angels. JP Sears. Well, that's kind of the funny thing. I actually have everything here to sell singles like in bulk. I just been busy with other things. You know, a little lazy maybe, I don't know. So don't be surprised if you see a mass amount of singles all of a sudden show up on our page. Yeah, label printers are the best thing ever. You know, for the first year that I was doing breaks, I didn't have a label printer. I was printing off of a like a regular printer, regular paper, and cutting them out and taping them down for every order. Pat Murphy and Suarez, which, now granted, I didn't, back then I used to only do a couple breaks in a weekend, you know, wasn't, yeah, man, you should do it. Open a store. Well, it depends on how much, but I mean, you can do it for free at first, but in the long run, if you open a store on the, like the basic level store, it's like $20 a month or whatever. It's totally worth doing. Lau for the Mariners refractor and Joe Morgan bicentennial. But hey, man, you'd be amazed how much crap sells on eBay. It's just, the funny thing about eBay, and somebody said this to me a long time ago, Max Muncy, and I always took to heart Kepler Blue. You need to stay on top of it. Like, and he's right. Like, when you're on top of eBay, doing your shipments every day, anyone will tell you if you're starting a new store on eBay, you should put up 5 new things every day. You know, like, just to keep people so they keep coming back, you know, if they like your stuff, hey, there's something new, you know, blah, 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 which totally makes sense, you know. Duran Light Blue. And if you stay on top of it, you're good. But if you get even a few days behind, it is real easy to get behind on eBay. It really is. I mean, obviously we can't do it. We do thousands of orders a week, but like it can overwhelm you pretty fast if you're not careful with it. She does cross it. Yeah, dude. She totally sell that stuff. Do you know how my eBay stuff really started? By selling Star Wars Lego sets. Tony Oliva, and I didn't know what I was doing. So when my son was little, he was all into Legos and loved Star Wars. And we have this huge family. My wife's family is like massive, you know. And they were buying him Star Wars sets. I'm telling you, we'd go to Christmas and come home with 50 Star Wars sets. It was amazing. But we'd get tons of duplicates. And at the same time I was starting to get back into the baseball cards, we were sitting here and looking. I mean, I literally had like 30 or 40 duplicate sets in the plastic, everything, just sitting here. Now, if I was smart and understood Legos, which I didn't at the time, I would have held on to them for a few more years and made a lot more money off of them. Because some of the stuff I sold ended up being like special edition stuff that was worth astronomical amounts a few years later, you know. But those sets sold, I mean, you know how much Lego sets are. They're not cheap. And they weren't even back then. I mean, we're talking like 2012, you know. And we ended up like refurnishing our house with the money off of the extra Lego sets we sold. But hindsight being 2020, if I'd have held on to those Lego sets for a little while and maybe actually learned a few things about it, I would have made a lot more money. Because I was more like, let's just get rid of this crap. You know what I mean? And a lot of people got really, really good deals from me. But that's literally how my eBay store started. And then I started doing the singles. And, you know, it's been, like, 14 years now, I guess. Tyler Ward Chrome, Morton Blue. Yeah, that type of stuff, like the crusted, all that stuff sells like gangbusters, dude. You have no problem moving any of that kind of stuff. Alec Thomas Light Blue. You should, if you do that with your mom, where you really should set her up is Etsy. With, if she does a lot of craft type of stuff and wants to sell them, Etsy is really the place to put her. Anthony Santander Light Blue. I mean, nothing wrong with eBay, but that's what Etsy is. It's all arts and crafts, and it's crazy amounts of stuff going on over there. That's where like all the people do the, if you make up like designs of shirts and stuff, and you can put them up there and be like the middleman where you don't ever actually touch anything. They sell, you make money, you know. James Woods, rookie performer. Jack Flaherty blue. Yeah. Well, I just say Etsy because, I mean, honestly, Etsy's like the size of eBay. They're massive. Like, with people checking it out and buying that kind of stuff, you know. JP Sears blue. You really should, too. I know you don't really sell your cards, and that's admirable, you know, but it's an expensive hobby. You really should have a way to do it. You know what I mean? Have the outlet if you want to. Perfect 10, Mike Trout. You know, if you get yourself set up on eBay just so you have it, you know, you might go through and find 50 cards that you want to move that you have, and then at least it's always there if you, I hit something nice, but not really something I'm planning on keeping, you know, you can move it, you know, rather than having to wait to go to a show or whatever. Estrada light blue. Griffin Canning and Nathan Lukes. Yeah. I mean, at least you have an outlet to move it if you want to and pick up some extra scratch, you know? Yeah, you didn't get to go. I don't ever do it, to be honest. I don't ever sell at shows. I mean, I just go, but even, like, I don't even sell to guys at shows. I hate doing all that. Eric Wagaman from the Marlins, 188 of 200. Like, it's always like you're on, it's like, you know, like a show. Like, everyone's watching you. Oh, what's this guy, you know, like, and everyone, of course, talks to you like you're an idiot. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Dylan Carlson, light blue. When you're like, I've been in this business a hell of a lot longer than you have. That bothers me. I don't know why. You go to shows, guys you know have been around for like 2 years are talking down to you like you don't know what you're talking about. Matt Shaw blue. And you know that they'll be gone, you know, another year or two from now. They'll be off and on to the next thing. Yeah, you should submit, man. Put it in order. Submit your stuff. Do it yourself. Don't take it to someone, man. Do it yourself. I mean, unless you implicitly trust someone. But Lou Brock, platinum, and Pozo, light blue. I mean, if you have a shop or someone where you just, like, really, really trust the person, okay. But I'd be nervous about, it's easier, don't get me wrong, it is easier to submit through someone who does it all the time, but I'd always be worried that, like, you know, you bring in, you know, your 2018 Ohtani rookie to get graded, and the guy goes, ooh, I have one of those with a bad corner, let me swap them out, you know, like, there's no way to know that it's your card, you know. Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of good stuff lying around that you can sell. I know you've gotten some stuff from me over time. Eric Miller, Steve Carlton. Well, yeah, but do you know them? You know what I mean? Because honestly, that's the place I'd be more nervous about doing it because they actually have the cards. You know, like, if it were GameStop for sports cards, I wouldn't be as nervous as I would be for, like, Pokemon and stuff because, you know, they have those in-house. You know, look, I am not, you guys know me well enough, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't think that everyone's out to screw each other. Brian Wu on the Clubhouse collection for the Mariners. And Rojas blue. I'm not one of those guys who thinks everybody's bad in this now. I'm not at all. In fact, to a point where I usually end up, you know, kind of screwing myself. But I don't know. I just wouldn't want to tempt someone. Plus, you're just putting your cards in someone else's hands to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, they're already going through hands at PSA or SGC or wherever you're sending them. You know, what's that, an orange or a gold? Let's see here. Willie McIver, orange to 25. 4 of 25 on the orange rookie. For Robert. You know, I'm always kind of a big believer, the less people handle your cards, the better, you know. Yeah, no, that's cool. Do they do PSA submissions? I mean, I'm sure they do. It seems like everybody does them now. Willie Castro, light blue. I know, shut up. Hunter Dobbins and Hank Aaron, you jinxed us, man. You jinxed us. Logan Evans for the Mariners and Chris Sale, Cy Young. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing, too. I mean, do you want him to go to PSA? Do you want him to go to SGC? Do you want him to go to... I mean, look, yes, you will... If you get the grades, that's always the big if that people don't think about. If you get the grades, your PSAs are going to be worth more. Yes, you're going to get more for them. You're going to wait a lot longer, and you're probably going to pay more for them, too. You know, SGC tends to have a much faster turnaround. So, I mean, there's... You know, and that, of course, is if you get the 10 or even the 9 Gusto. See, the problem is nowadays with grading, especially like PSA, you have to get a 10 for it to really be worth it, because 9s are basically the same as raw. I mean, it might be a little different, but not, you know, not enough that's worth the nonsense to go through all, you know, the grading process for a few extra bucks, you know. Tanner BB Chrome, Jorbit Vivas Blue. So, I don't know. I've talked about it a lot of times. I like graded cards, don't get me wrong. I have, you know, a few hundred of them myself, and I just don't like the whole process that much. Pavin Smith for the D-backs on the refractor. Dylan Cruz, rookie performers. Doug's got the D-backs. You know, and then I know guys who are the total opposite. They grade everything. Everything. These are guys who had like 100 Wander rookies that are graded for who knows why. AJ Minter and Ryan Bergen. I saw this story yesterday on Instagram from one of the Pokemon guys. Some guy traded in his Pokemon set or his collection to GameStop, because you know how GameStop will buy the cards from you now, and he traded in, I think it was 134 graded cards. Martin Perez, and no idea what they were. Just, I mean, they showed a few of them and they were nice, you know, but you know, who knows what was actually in there. But so he traded 134 graded cards. He got like $3,000 for them. And the guy was figuring it out that it basically came out to like $24 a card he got. So that wouldn't even cover the grading. You know, no less what the cards are worth. Like, they totally screwed this kid. Oh, look at that. That thing's awesome. Harrison Bader image variation with the, I don't know, what's the helmet, Chris? What is, I don't know that one, but it's awesome looking. The what is that, like a Spartan's helmet or a gladiator helmet or something? Very cool. For Chris and the Twinnies. Dude, is this like their thing they put on when they hit a home run or something? I thought maybe that's why I was asking you. I thought maybe you knew. You know, like every team, like Seattle does the Trident, and, you know, other guys have like the, you know, they all have different things they wear now and whatever. I thought maybe that was the ones for the Twins. Yeah. That is a cool card, though. Very cool. Congrats, man. I really like the image variation pictures this year. Almost all of them have been, a couple of them have been duds, but most of them have been very cool looking pictures. Yeah, well, it's weird in here with Bader because he has cards for the Twins and the Phillies. I mean, a high number is an update set, so. Well, either way, it was a cool card. Who knows? Maybe Bader will be back on your team one day. So, Bill, you must be happy about the Bregman deal. I mean, they paid him a small fortune. I don't know if Bill's still there, but I thought I'd throw it out. Box number 3. John Berti, light blue. Ernie Clement. It's funny, that was going to be my very next question for you. I was going to ask you exactly that. What happens with Matt Shaw? Because you know Bregman's not moving. There's no way he's going to play a different position. Hey, look at this. Another image variation. Caleb Durbin for the Brew Crew. We're working our way through the... Caleb Durbin for the Brewers on the rookie image variation. Robert. Here you go, buddy. Nice. I mean, does Shaw play anywhere else? Did he play anywhere else in the minors? I mean, I never followed him that closely to know exactly. They were talking about it here. This was a month or so ago. I mean, I don't think they were ever seriously in negotiations with him. Pete Rose undefeated. Oh, they did. Okay. Well, they were talking about it last month here about bringing Bregman to Philly. But we have this kid, Aiden Miller, coming up from the minors who's really good. And it's like, and he's supposed to be there. Plus, you got Baum already. Like, you know, how the hell's that going to work without moving someone else? Yeah, I mean, can he go and play first base or... Tommy Edman, Max Kepler on the 80-day DL, baby. Can you believe Max Kepler, of all people, is using steroids? Come on. It didn't show. I can tell you that. Oh, Michael Bush. Yeah. Andujar Blue. Well, I mean, they must have some kind of plan. I mean, he's either got to go to first or he's going to have to play in an outfield spot, which I have no idea if he can, but... All right, Tanner Beebe. Why is this guy backwards? Rodin, light blue, no idea. Just screwing with us. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair enough. The Phillies are supposed to meet with Bo Bichette tomorrow, man. People are salivating over getting him here in Philly. I mean, if you had a lineup of Turner, Schwarber, Bichette, and Harper, not too shabby. Ryan Johnson, Refractor, and Nicky Kurtz. Here he is, old Nick Kurtz. Well, that's good for you guys. I mean, you guys had a solid squad last year. You gotta, at least it looks like they're interested in, you know, building on it. Yeah, I think anyone who had Schwarber would take him back at this point. They would never let him go in Philly. That's the big thing right now is the whole Realmuto thing. You know, they're talking to Bichette on Monday. Everybody wants to know if they're going to sign Realmuto back. He's an amazing catcher. But they also spent a lot on keeping Schwarber. And, I mean, the Phillies are never afraid to spend money, but, you know, all these guys are getting a little long in the tooth, you know, for these big contracts. So, I don't know. You might have to cut your, you know, protect yourself somewhere. Harrington and Cody Clemens. And unfortunately, I feel like JT might be the place they try to do it. Schwarber is like, I can't even explain to you how big he is in Philly and has been for the last few years. Like, if they even tried to get rid of him, people go light the stadium on fire, probably. Logan Vanway blue. I don't know. They had this kid who was, well, and that's the problem. First of all, we've traded away like every good catching prospect we've had over the last few years. O'Hoppe went to the Angels, and who was the other kid we sent? I forget that we traded away too. Jarren Duran, Platinum. We had this kid, what the hell is his name, who was backing him up last year, who was good. He was really good. I don't know if he could do a full season, but I mean, I suppose it would be him if I can remember his friggin' name, and I can't right now. So, I don't know. I mean, look, I believe they should spend the money on Realmuto myself. I think with these guys, especially as they get older, Kirby Yates, it comes down to years on the contract more than anything. Yeah, tight to Minnesota, that's right. He went in the McAble deal, right? That's right. So, I mean, they've had some really good catchers coming up, but they keep going everywhere. But like I said, with JT, I think JT's 34, if I remember right. So I think it's just going to come down to years. You know, if they could sign him to like a 3 or 4 year, I think they'd do it in a minute. But if he wants longer than that, I don't know if they're going to do it or not. Mike Schmidt, Bicentennial. He played great. I mean, besides the fact he's a good catcher, or a great catcher, he played really great the second half of last year. I mean, it certainly would hurt to lose him. There's no doubt about it, but I don't know. Hey, we got an auto. Thank God. Nico Cavadas for the Angels and Lou. Nico's got an all right autograph. Look at that. It's not bad looking. Better than your average bear. Nico Cavadas. I mean, who's left as far as the free agents go? I mean, I know Bo Bichette. Bregman, I was surprised Bregman made it this long, to be honest with you. I thought he'd be off the board quick. Dollander. I'm trying to think. Who else is a big name? I mean, there have been some big names with Alonso, and I mean, there's been plenty this year, which is nice. But Angels again, Kieran Paris to 200. Oh, Gallon, that's right, yeah. Another one for Lou. Having a little Angels box here. Jake Mangum. He is Mangum. Such an odd name. Rivas and Logan Evans for the Mariners. Didn't we have his refractor? I think we're working a rainbow type situation here for Doug. Yeah, well, if the Orioles really wanted to make a statement, they would go after Gallon. They need pitching to go along with their big bopper they just got in Pete Alonso. I hope Pete Alonso does well there. I really like Baltimore. Bader, light blue. Other than pitching, I think that's exactly what Baltimore needed. Was after losing Santander last year, I think it killed them. Not having that, big power bat in the middle. Yastrzemski, and Tony Oliva, Gold Glove in 66. Oh, man. My freaking arm is still bothering me from when I fell down the steps a couple weeks ago. I can't believe it still actually hurts. Mick, there he is. So sad. He doesn't look happy to be on the Twins there. Ty France Blue. It seems like every couple days my arm feels better, and then I do something minor, and it's like I've sprained my arm all over again. I swear to God. Like, it's killing me right now just opening these cards. Like, I have no idea what I did to it. I mean, I know what I did. I fell down the steps, but I don't know what actual injury happened. Tyler Owens Refractor. Voigt Manager of the Year. Rojas and Sears. Oh. Scott Efros and Juan Murillo. Ryan O'Hearn on the light blue. Tanner Scott. Yamamoto. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the perfect 10. And Mick Abel on the chrome. Shelby Miller blue. Victor Scott, light blue. Jackson Jobe, rookie performers. And our last pack of the break. Drake Baldwin, Liam Hicks, Adam Frazier blue. That, my friends, will do it. All righty, folks. I want to thank him for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do any of this without y'all, and I do truly appreciate it. We do have our currency break coming up next, and then that will be it for tonight. And as always, we do have that mixer over there and another currency break up, and I'll put up a few more tomorrow, hopefully with some of the new stuff. I'm still waiting on exactly what I'm getting for draft hobbies. I'm not sure yet. Not a lot. Most of what I'm getting are magas and super jumbos. So I have no real confirmation yet on. That's why I haven't posted anything yet. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll try to get those up. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. Bear with me for a second. Put a quick hit recap together. We did get a couple really cool image variations. La 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 la. Gusto, let me see there. Why are you there, sir? Numbers. We will be back over on eBay on Thursday. Doing our usual Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing next week. Random, and he goes here. It's yeah, top loader. Rando. Wait, is he there? This guy here, this guy here. Get a top loader. Oh, man, I am beat from going to that game today. I'm telling you, man, cold takes it out of you. I'm sure all you people who live in, like, severely cold places are like, yeah, you puss. When you spend, like, 6-7 straight hours in like, you know, 20-degree weather, oh, my gosh. Like, it's like your bones hurt afterwards. I haven't done that in a long time, too. All right, hit recap for our website, Break Heritage High number 318 on the Pick Your Team. Again, as always, thank you all so much for going to the website, and please continue to do so. A bunch of chromes we'll go through there, look for some good rookies, and a bunch of blues and light blues. Same deal. Look for the good guys, get them sleeved and top loaded. I did pull some of them out already. Here's a bunch of rando stuff that'll all get top loaded. Johnny Bench on the undefeated. Moises rookie, light blue. Haesung Kim rookie performers. Cade on the light blue rookie. Freddie Freeman, perfect 10. Haesung Kim, chrome rookie. Murphy, manager of the year. Mike Trout, perfect 10. James Woods, rookie performer. Matt Shaw, blue rookie. Chris Sale, Cy Young. Dylan Cruz, rookie performers. Pete Rose, undefeated. Stephen Voigt, perfect 10. Yamamoto. Jackson Joe performers, and the Nick Kurtz rookie. All right, now refractors. Smith, Ray, Lau, Owens, Evans, and Johnson on the refractors. La-da-dee-la-dee-da-da. Numbered parallels. Tommy Pham to 200. Eric Wagaman to 200. And Kieran Paris to 200. Logan Evans to 150. Garrett McDaniels to 99. And Willie McIver to 25. Platinums. We had the Platinum. Tony Oliva wins third AL batting title. The Lou Brock Bicentennial. And the Jarren Duran MLB All-Star Game MVP. Image variations of Harrison Bader for the Twins and Caleb Durbin for the Brew Crew. And then hits, we had a Jace Jung relic for the Tigers, a Ryan Wu relic for the Mariners, and Nico Cavadas autograph for the Angels. And that, my friends, is going to do it. All righty, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll get these out to you ASAP. And I will be back in about 5-10 minutes with currency. I got to do a couple things, and then we'll come back with that. All right? Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.